Oh boy, I feel so out of practice. I haven't done this in like weeks. What? Shake it off, shake it off. Okay. Hey guys, it's Nana, and today I'm going to be doing my November reading wrap-up. And I'm also going to be showing you some literary tattoos I got recently. Not actual tattoos, temporary tattoos. You can see that I've got my little twinkle lights in the background. I've also got some up in my bedroom. Love this time of year. La, la, la. Anyway, wanted to get a little festive over here, and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do as far as Christmassy videos. I have some ideas that I'm, mulling over in my head, but if I do some, they'll probably be closer to Christmas, so I will keep you guys posted on that. The first book I read / listened to in November was Yes Please by Amy Poehler. I had a really hard time deciding if I wanted to listen to this book or read it. I went to the store a few times to look at the hardcover and it just looks so nice. But then I found out that the audiobook was narrated by Amy with special guest stars, and I was like, that just sounds so good. Oh, look, kitty tail. So you might just see a random cat tail weaving in and out. I'm filming at a different place, and Milton's my cat, seems to want to get involved, so yeah, he might be here. I'm not usually an audiobook fan. I've tried it a few times and I just don't really like it that much, but I thought I would give this one a go because I love Amy. I thought her narrating her own book would be perfect, and it was. Yes Please is Amy Poehler's memoir, and she talks about everything from her childhood to first getting started in improv and the beginning of her career at SNL. Then she moves on to Parks and Rec, and she talks about her marriage and her kids and her divorce, and it's just all really good. If you like Amy Poehler already, this is only gonna increase your like for her, and it just made me want to be pals with her. She would be so hilarious and fun to hang out with, and she is just so honest and sincere, it seems, and I just loved all the little anecdotes that she told. It was really, really great. I highly recommend the audiobook. I still plan to pick up the physical book because the one thing I really did miss out was on all the awesome pictures she had. I mean, her cover is awesome. If you saw her author photo, it's hilarious. And I know there's just more goodness inside the physical book, so I'm definitely gonna get that eventually. The second book I read in November was The Maze Runner by James Dashner. And this had been on my library hold list for a while, and with the movie coming out, a bunch of people wanted to read it, I guess. It's about a boy named Thomas who wakes up suddenly in a place he's never been before. More specifically, he's in a box that's bringing him to a place called the Glade, and he realizes that he can remember certain things like his name and what certain objects are, but he can't really remember his past. So he has no idea what he's doing at this place. He finds himself in a group of boys, and these boys have all been here for a while, and they have a sort of society they've created. Surrounded by the Glade is this huge maze. None of the boys know why they're there either, and every day they send some people running through the maze to see if they can figure a way out of there and back home, although they don't really remember where home is. So I didn't really like this book that much. I was kind of surprised because, it was so popular, they made a movie out of it. I thought I would like it, but I didn't. I didn't think that Thomas was a compelling character. I thought the beginning especially was very repetitive. It's a lot of Thomas being like, why am I here? How do we get out of here? What's going on? It was all, and asking questions that never get answered. So I found that part repetitive. I was never really invested in the story, so I gave this 2 out of 5 stars. If you guys have read it and you loved it or you didn't like it, tell me about it, because I want to know, like, the people who loved it, I want to know what you loved about it. I'd love to hear that. Love, love, love. I'd love to hear that, so yeah, tell me about it. We're just gonna let those clocks finish chiming. Chime away, chime. What hour is it? What hour doth it ring? Oh, it's noon. Look at that. The last book I finished in November was A Little Princess by Hodgson Burnett. And this book was just so sweet. I've seen the movie when I was a kid so many times, like countless times, but I'd never read the book. And I bought these Puffin and Bloom editions, which I love. Did a whole video on this. I'll link that below in case you haven't seen it. And I bought this Poppin' in Bloom edition intending to finally sit down and read the book one day. And November was a perfect time because after The Maze Runner, I really wanted something that I was going to enjoy, and Leslie from Words of a Reader was hosting Read Kids Lit Month, and this is children's literature, so this was perfect. It's about a young girl named Sarah, and she grew up in India with her father, but when she turns about 7, they go back to England so that she can go to boarding school because her father wants her to be raised in the English way. He's very rich and he spoils her greatly, but she is sort of older and wiser than her years. Despite coming from such a privileged background, she's a very good little girl. After a few years at the school, she gets the terrible news that her father has died and left her nothing. The headmistress at the school is really upset. She's gonna keep her on because she thinks it would be bad publicity to throw her out, but she makes Sarah basically become a maid and serve all the other girls and teach them and whatnot. And of course this is a shock to Sarah's system, but throughout this period she is trying to deal with it gracefully. Even though her station in life has changed, she wants to behave as if she's still a little princess and to be kind and generous to other people and to not let her circumstances change her behavior. This is just really delightful. I think it's actually a very good book to read around the holidays because it contains a little bit of magic and miracles. Sarah has a very big imagination. Part of the way that she copes with the sudden change in her situation is by imagining certain things and imagining that life is better and people aren't treating her horribly. I just thought this book was very charming, very sweet. I really want to rewatch the movie now because it's been a while and it's lovely. I can see why this is a classic. So I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. The book that I think I'm going to start next is Jane Eyre because I know that Sana from Books and Quills is doing Jane Eyre Week, I think starting this week. And also Sarah Actually Reads did a video on it recently that just made me want to pick it up and reread it. And it's on my list, so win-win-win, win-win. So I think I shall be starting that soon. A while back I heard about a Kickstarter for a company called Lithographs, and they do sort of literary gifts and posters and totes, that sort of thing. And they were trying to raise money for these temporary tattoos because they wanted to do sort of a long chain of tattoos, and by that I mean they took the book Alice in Wonderland and broke it up into very short segments, and each segment is a tattoo. Each person who donates got a little segment, and they wanted everyone to take pictures and uploaded them, and that way you could see the different lines from the book. So anyway, I thought it sounded really cool. Love the idea of literary tattoos. Long story short, I finally got them. That was a few months ago, so I finally got them and I wanted to show them to you. So it came in this lovely envelope, which has lithographs on the back. I don't know if you can quite see that. And then that lithographs. And then inside are, well, these are just the instructions, but here you can see the world's longest tattoo chain. And inside were a few tattoos. Here is mine. I don't know if you can read that, but it says, "But simply in her good-natured anxiety for the queer creature." That's what mine says. That's what my little bit says. So that's cute. And then I also got these other tattoos. I will probably try to do close-ups because I don't think when I hold them up you can see them very well. But there's this one. I got 2 of these, and it says, "I declare after all, there's no enjoyment like reading." How cute is that? Yeah, so this is what I got for my contribution to the Kickstarter, and I think actually these would make great little gifts for book lovers. So I am going to apply my Alice in Wonderland tattoo, and then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back now, and I've got my literary tattoo on. It was super easy to apply. Basically, you know, just press water on it for a little while, and that was it. That was everything I wanted to tell you guys about today. Bunch of questions for you. 1, let me know if you've read any of the books that I talked about, or if you want to read them. Oh, 2, let me know if anyone else did the lithographs thing and you also got a little tattoo. And 3, is anyone doing Vlogmas or BookTube Vlogmas or whatever you want to call it? I was thinking about doing a few vloggy type videos when I get home. Obviously when I'm not working it'll be a lot easier for me. Basically just have all this free time, so yeah, if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, some like vloggy type videos around when I go on Christmas break, which is in a couple weeks. Woo! Can't wait. Let me know. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to talk to me elsewhere, I am on Goodreads and Twitter and Instagram. I'll leave all my links down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Say bye, Milton. Okay. Come here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Get cozy. Get cozy. Bye.